We go live when I say we go
Podcast
live.
live. Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to episode 129.
129.
Yeah. Where we'll talk about Viking Village's first half
Stuff.
The first half of 2023 Lego results.
I just got a Facebook notification saying my friend Jeff's live.
Did you?
Yeah.
I got one a while ago saying to remember to go live. Remember that you're going live.
Oh, that's cute.
But, it's like, yeah, thanks for the reminder. But anyways, we got Dave here, and hopefully the other Dave will join us. And we'll have two Daves. We have Eric in the chat.
Daves, I know. Hi, Eric.
And we'll have a few more people join in to chat for sure, I'm certain. So, yeah. It's been a week.
It has.
I haven't bled this week, but I know some of us may have. Sorry, I had to go there.
That's perfect.
You can tell us that later if you want. Work's been killing me this week again. Continuing, just working on an issue, and while working on the issue, hello, Ben, welcome, the bunnies.
Brick Bunnies is here.
While working on an issue at work, I discovered that our code hadn't been tested all that great because we're always rushed to get things done now, and found more issues. So, fun times. So, anyway, I'm almost done working through it. So,
Jeff is the sleuth extraordinaire to fix all your IT problems.
No, that's you. I just fixed the coding problems that are causing the IT servers to go down. No, I'm just joking. But anyways, Battery Powered Bricks is here as well.
Hey, Battery Powered Bricks.
Dave's here, man.
Dave's not here, man. No Dave. Where's Dave? Who's Dave? Dave's not here, man.
There's one Dave.
Hi.
Evening all. Hello. These are the Dave I know. This is the Dave I know. Yeah. So Dave will show something later that he built this week and hasn't released the video for. I want to show what I was just working on just before this, but it mirrors what Dave's got at the same time. Do you want to hold it up, Dave?
Okay, let me see if I can get it out here without breaking it.
Well, I thought he would have it ready.
I was ill prepared.
3.
Yay, yellow castles.
Mine's smaller.
Yes.
Which, normally a guy wouldn't want to admit to, but
mine's original, so
mine's brand new. No way.
That's true. This is 40-year-old brick. Over 40-year-old. 1978.
A piece. But anyway, yeah, so I've been working. This is the yellow castle that I had at Bricks in the Six that I want to convert into a bouncy castle. Like, it is a bouncy castle, but I didn't actually have the bouncy effect.
Jeffy's going to mortarize it. It's going to be awesome.
Now, I hollowed it out today, like taking that out so we can see through
I am so looking forward to seeing it at a show.
I got to figure out how to put, I basically want to put some cams underneath it just to shake this around. But my concern also is I don't want them to fall apart. I don't want this matte mesh to fall apart. So what I might do, I don't know. I have to figure it out. But I figure if I just put some cams underneath it and just get this a little bit of motion going on it, it'll probably be okay. But I also have to flip some of these around so that I can put studs on it, so I can actually have kids jumping on it or kids standing on it, so that it looks like they're moving a bit. But
I'm so looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. But I didn't.
Are you going to be at Brickomanie? I forgot.
Yes, Dave. I'm going to be.
Okay, are you bringing that to Brickomanie?
I am. Yes.
Excellent.
Oh, look, the layout changed. Hello, Matt.
Hello.
Who isn't from Michigan currently, but was from Michigan. So I guess we'll let that go.
I grew up in Michigan.
Yeah. Where were you born in Michigan?
I was born 15 minutes from the line with Michigan in Indiana.
Indiana. Best rest stops in the entire US of A.
Well, I
Really?
didn't know that was the reputation, but good for them.
Well, I drove to Indiana, and you always stop at the rest stops there because they got the gorgeous, majestic views, and they're clean and they're awesome.
Okay.
Oh, not when you say rest stops, I'm thinking of like the the places where you go get gas and stuff. But you're talking about like the park areas.
Yeah, the park areas, but they
Yeah.
still have the washrooms and they have the welcome center.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. I was thinking Canadian rest stops, which are, the en routes that we call, and I mean
I
there are
think,
the
I think we stopped at one waiting for a passport to show up one time.
Yes, we did. Yes.
You're
not go
waiting
there.
for a passport?
That's a whole story that we don't have to go into here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's-
Someone went to Chicago back in 2011
2010.
and left his passport in the
In the
security safe in the hotel room.
I left my passport when I was in England. I left my passport back in Oxford as we traveled to Wales to go to Ireland, and so I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Bunnies is saying, let's see here. Jeff is the original with the dragon blow up agent. Okay.
I'm sure it was a show some point.
Yellow castles. It was so sweet. So I was showing off my little yellow castle, bouncy castle. I'd have to use multiple layers of cloth to make it seem like it's light effect. Have figs bouncing on plastic would seem too authentic. Yeah, well, that's why this cloth is mesh, so hopefully I can make it work. And Matt, did you have fun in Utah?
I had a blast in Utah.
Did you come home with lots of? Yeah, I know you did because you won a prize for best artwork or whatever. So
I came home with so much Lego, I had to go buy a box and mail it home to myself.
Wow, that's good.
I couldn't squeeze it in any of the little bit of extra room I had in the boxes for the mosaic. I just couldn't make it fit, so I literally had to mail. Which the box came this afternoon, so it's all downstairs.
That's a good show then, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I won a opening door prize, which was a small set. It was a Nexo Night set. And then I won a closing door prize, which was the Queer Eye set, which I already own. And I joked that it was a little bit like gay profiling. But truthfully, I love the parts in that set. It has a whole bunch of the white masonry brick. So there's a bunch of those. And I love that part. And some of the hair pieces and the shirts for the characters are unique to that set. So I was more than happy to get that set.
Yeah.
And when you get your goodie bag, when you walk in, I got a bag of the palm leaf in the olive green, which is a new color. So that was great. And then when we left, every single person who had a badge got to walk up to the front and pick something off of the table. And I picked the flat tiles. Here's one they're a little bit smaller. They're not this. They're not
the 4x4 ones.
The 4x4 and the light gray. Yeah. I got a whole bag of those. Mm-hmm. There's another baggie in our goodie bag of just random newish parts, and I got a T-shirt, Brick Slopes T-shirt. So I had been told that if you go to Brick Slopes, and you buy the, they call it instead of VIP, VIB, very important builder package, you will get all of your money back in Lego, and that was true. Okay. That was true. So I came home. I think it was like $100 to register for the goodie bag. I came home with $100, more than $100 worth of Lego. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. They everyone was super friendly. The biggest thing I noticed, and Jeff, you and I go to a lot of the same cons, is that when I go to cons in the eastern part of North America, and I say North America because I hope to be at Toronto next summer, you see a fair amount of overlap, right? So some of the people that you might see at one con, you see at another con. The percentage of brand new people I'd never met before out west was like 75-80%. I mean, there were some people who live in St. Louis and Denver who go to both East and West shows. But the vast majority of the people that were there, and there were some Texans that drove over.
And wait for it, Abner was there.
Well, Abner was always there.
Abner was there. But we had people from Idaho and Arizona and
California and all the southern.
Some Californians. We had somebody from Edmonton. Sam from Edmonton drove down.
Yeah, I saw his base there. Sam also drove to Toronto.
Did he really?
He drove to Toronto. It took him 3 days, I think, something like that. And on the way back, he stopped at a show in Edmonton and a show in Saskatchewan. So he basically did 3 shows over 3 weekends or something like that.
So we had the Rocky Mountain states and provinces represented. We had Alberta.
Nice.
So yeah, it was
Fantastic.
cool to meet a whole bunch of new Lego people and to see some builds that sometimes I'd seen pictures of the builds, but I'd never seen the builds in the flesh. So that was one of the best things about it. And I'm definitely planning to go to the Seattle Con next year in September.
Okay.
So it was fun to see a new part of the country. It's fun to see new builders and new builds. I really encourage folks to consider going if it's on your wish list.
Yeah. I couldn't swing it this year, but I want to go next year to Brick Slopes.
Okay.
That was my plan, which means I'll probably miss Chicago next year.
I'm skipping Chicago.
Yeah.
I was heavily lobbied to go to Brick Rodeo in Texas, which is our 4th of July weekend in the States, which is a holiday anyways. It's basically a 2-day drive for me, and I'm inclined to go if I can because I've got lots of counties in Texas I haven't visited yet.
Yeah, so there you go.
Off two goals.
Did both of you go or just yourself?
Just myself.
Okay.
I wanted to really just hang out in the hall as much as possible, and so Thomas stayed here, and he did his own personal trip to New York earlier this year with his writer friend. I jokingly call her his writer wife, but but they went to New York City and went to a research library and just had a good old time. So this was my turn to just go hang out with my Lego pals. So
yeah, cool.
Perfect.
Cool.
Does Alberta have a Lego Con? That got me curious.
I think there is one. I don't remember what it's called though.
Okay.
So
it's definitely the camera.
Hey, Joseph. Yeah.
It's definitely the camera. I have a bloody nose that I'm not going to talk about right now. But,
it could be the Lego behind Dave though. That's making him look better.
Could
be. And the bunny.
And the bunny.
Put the bunny down. Not my favorite movie. Put the bunny down.
So that reminds me, I should pull something up too while we're talking. So, Mr. Cowdice, what have you been doing this week?
I have been reconstituting spaceships and other sets.
So you pour the Lego into a cup, you add water.
I put it in a blender and then into the molding machine, and then building the bricks from scratch.
Okay, that's what I was assuming. Yeah.
Do they double in size when you inflate them?
I put some air in there so I can make the plastic go farther.
Okay.
I got a blender, but I got to use this, which is Michael's 395 string, which is virtually identical to the 70 string that came in these things. Because when you're my age and you have all these 70s and 80s winches, and you don't have the right one anymore. There was a post on Eurobricks. It's got to be 1 billion years ago, where they were sourcing the original thread that Lego ordered.
I remember that
company over there, and somebody in our echelons of fandom found out the company that actually did it, and they ordered the actual string. And I'm going, I'm too lazy to do that. I'm going to go over to Michael's, and I'm going to compare all the strings. And this is what I found. 395. I bought it like 6-7 years ago, and I still haven't barely used any of it because you don't need a lot.
So 2 years ago at Chicago, just as somebody sourced the string, there was a person who sent me the actual company that makes the same Lego tubing that Lego uses in their sets.
Right.
And you could buy like a gigantic spool of the thing, and it's like pennies to the dollar. And so if you need a lot of tubing, you don't have to go through Bricklink and buy little short sections. You can buy a whole bunch of it.
What's slightly disappointing is that the original pneumatics used the black tubing that was in the Technic sets and the space sets, and then they went to very, very dark gray. Sometimes they build them black and very, very dark gray. But I bought a couple of those pneumatic kits that came out with like the blue air tank and a couple things, and they came with the huge long lengths of the dark gray. And so I've been using those for my Technic 77 sets because I have some black, but it's all used up with all my little go-karts. I just use the dark gray, and nobody notices. So
yeah. Well, it's not like someone's like quality checking the tube on your vehicles, Dave.
Jeff
It's not
does.
like people are feeling your. Yeah, forget it.
I saw where that was going.
Yeah, but if I go to Bricks in the Six and Dave's there, I'm going to walk over and be like, let's check the color here.
Let's take the color. That's not original. This is not an original set.
He's colorblind. Dave wouldn't know it either way because he's colorblind. So
there is that too.
Yeah.
But I just see Matt walking around with a siren and a megaphone. This is fake.
Oh my gosh, Chantel.
Hey, Chantel.
Hey, Chantel. Haven't seen you in a long time. Well, other than Bricks and Six, we did see you there, but I mean, so yeah. Cool. Oh, speaking of the Daves that we know.
Oh, here comes somebody.
Dave St-Cyr.
Yay!
I don't know him that well.
Huh.
You know that song, right, Matt?
I don't.
Kids in the Hall. These are the
Kids in
Daves
the
I
Hall.
know. I know.
Oh, yeah. Now that you mention it, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to watch a lot of the Kids in the Hall. Comedy Central, the U.S. would air it like when it was in syndication. So,
someone's asking if they know the company for tubing or what the company actually was.
all right, Dave.
Codes?
What the
All right,
doing?
David St-Cyr.
The
This
tubing
arrived.
company.
This
you know what-
arrived.
Ooh.
So I'm getting ready for the trip to Canada next summer. So we got the hat.
Okay, hold on for 2 seconds, Matt. Dave, do you know the name of the company that you got the tubing at?
I didn't get the tubing. I got the string.
Oh, who got the tubing?
Matt.
Oh, Matt, do you know the company you got the tubing at?
No, I don't.
Okay.
And then this is the
Oh.
Quebec Wolf.
So I think this means he's coming to Brickomanie next year as well, because he's got a
Well-
bunch of Quebec stuff.
That's a hard time because the school year starts back up. But if we go to Bricks in the Six, we're talking about going east to Montreal and spending like at least a couple days in Montreal, then
Okay.
swinging back, and we'll go down
Fair
to
enough.
Brick Fair, Virginia. So
Yeah, yeah.
Thomas has never been to the lovely city of Montreal, and I've been only once. So if we can work it out, I would love to do both Toronto, and I even
think-
looked into like, could we work in Quebec City and do all three and then come back through Maine? And there's
Yeah.
only so many. It depends.
Vermont.
It depends a lot on when you guys put Bricks in the Six, because I have to get from Bricks in the Six down to Virginia and how many days there are to like
Well,
go.
it's only 10 hours from Bricks in the Six to Virginia, like to the event in Virginia. It's a 10-hour drive. So you would have like technically Monday through, or Sunday if you even left Sunday evening through, if it's the week after, Sunday through Thursday-ish. I know it starts Wednesday, but I mean you could spend an extra couple of days or so.
So Jeff knows that I got this. This is a like package from a company called Black. What's it called? It's called Black Maple Trading Company. So I got these two patches. The beaver and the Campbell's soup that says maple syrup, which could be put on things.
You're gonna fit right in.
And then
we all have those patches.
with the classic,
The CBC hat.
the CBC 70s, which I thought was really cool looking.
That's currently their logo still, isn't it?
Is it?
Well, it doesn't have that beautiful way it showed up though. I think they got rid of that commercial years ago.
And then there's the
Oh,
the Canadian bear.
Yeah, we have those for sure. But
Bears.
And I have made jokes about this in the
Wait
past,
for it. Here it comes.
but sticker
Dun,
for the
dun, dun.
Canadian robot. I used to watch CBC Windsor, and whenever they would cover the news, they would be like, "And the space shuttle and the Canadian robot arm." All right, there it is.
Canada.
which is really the Canada arm. Yeah, that's the
The
current logo.
Canada
there.
arm. And
But-
then St-Cyr will recognize this, I'm sure.
Bum, bum,
Yes.
bum, 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 bum,
La
bum,
soirée.
da, 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 da. And Peter Puck. Oh, I love Peter Puck.
And you know that
What the what? No.
RDS, the official broadcaster of the Montreal Canadiens, they still use that song that
Do they?
CBC dropped.
And TSN picked up, or Sportsnet, or whoever.
No,
picked
the
it up.
TSN didn't pick they didn't pick up the song.
Well,
The Hockey
Sportsnet,
Night in
one of them
Canada
picked it
song?
up.
the anthem at the beginning of the
Hockey
show,
theme song.
the hockey team song, they dropped it, but
Hmm.
LDS still has it. So and they bought the rights. So
And
Interesting.
and last but not least, this is not from the same company, but this is a polar bear playing hockey. So I
I
know.
think that's the Grizzlies, right? I don't know who that is.
So
I,
Polar bear.
I don't think it's a team at all. I think it's just.
so for the rest of the show, I'll wear the Quebec hat. How about
The Quebecois.
there you go.
Woot!
cool.
Woo! Honorary Canadian for the moment.
And how about you, Mr. St-Cyr? How have you been? What have you been doing?
Well,
Who are you?
I'm off this week because the kids are starting school again, and
Yeah, in Quebec they start a week earlier than we do, Dave. Go figure.
You guys
Anyway,
are just
yeah.
now starting, really?
Yeah,
our-
our kids start next week.
my kids are starting this week,
Okay.
and since my wife, she's the manager of a daycare center, it's her week of starting off and starting daycare. So usually I'm the one who takes that week off to make sure the kids are okay, and like today, one of my kids was off because he started Tuesday, then he was off today, and he goes back tomorrow. So yeah, I had the week off. So I, I did what I had to do. I worked on Brickomanie, got the schedule out, the detailed schedule out, sent a bunch
Yeah,
of emails to all the attendees for saying, "Hey, the schedule is out. Look it up because you're gonna have to register for the activities and blah blah blah." And also asked them to fill out the table and mock registration. Oop, we just dropped Dave. The
yeah, you
mock
dropped off.
registration. So
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, hold on. Here comes. He's coming back. Continue talking.
One question I have for you, David, is so I've gone to 2 conventions this year, Chicago and Salt Lake. Both of those conventions saw a sizable increase in the number of people who came to show. Did you guys see that at Bricks in the Six, and are you seeing that at Brickomanie?
well, Bricks in the Six was like the number of attendees for Bricks in the Six. I was surprised when Graham told us the number of attendees. I think it was like something around 200. So
Okay.
I was surprised for like a second year show to get 200 attendees. That was amazing.
Yeah.
For Bricomanie, it's a different story. The last time we did it in 2019, we had I think 96 attendees. Now
Okay.
we're up to this year. We're up to 101 or 102.
Woohoo! You broke
So
100.
That's
Good.
good.
so that's good. It's not a dramatic increase, but it's still better than what we did pre-pandemic. So
Yeah.
that's good.
And I mean, yeah.
Considering that we're like mostly a francophone convention, the fact that we have 101 or 102, I think. So it's good, and
Mm.
we have those guys that are coming.
Those
So
guys. The guys.
good
I know a
guys.
guy. I know a
Yeah,
guy.
the Ontario crowd.
The Ontario crowd. So that's good. That's a good thing. Because I'm hoping they go back to Ontario and tell all their friends, "Hey, we had such a great time at Brickomanie. You guys should come." And so yeah, but
I invited my
we
company,
we
by the
do,
way.
we do, however, we can proclaim that we are an international event because we have someone from Switzerland flying in. So
Nice.
Woo!
That's awesome.
so we're basically an international thing now. And Sean McLeod also contacted me for Marilog, and he says
Mhm.
he might be able to attend the show. He's looking at it, but the registration deadline is tomorrow, so he has to decide whether or not he's coming or not. So because
Was he the
I'm not gonna do like Chicago and have registration on sites, and no, if I'm having guests, I want to treat my guests well. So Everybody is getting a gift bag from Canada's First Brick. Everybody is getting a gift because all the attendees are getting a gift, a Lego gift. All the attendees are getting our printed tile, a 2x2 printed tile with the Brickomanie face on it.
Cool.
They're also getting those who did order a T-shirt. They're getting a T-shirt, and we're not making a cent out of those T-shirts because they paid $15, and we ordered them, and they cost us like $14.94 tax cents.
So you're making 6 cents.
Yeah, I'm making 6 cents a T-shirt.
There you go. Sean McLeod won't be making it. He was posting in the Torla group for Brickomanie, and he did say that he was thinking about it, and then yesterday he wrote that he wouldn't be able to. So just so you know.
Well, I know it was a long shot, but
oh yeah, I know. We said that name, and I noticed Dave and I both went, wait, we recognize that name. So I quickly pulled it up as you were talking there. So but yeah, cool. I'm looking at the schedule right now. I'm on Sunday, which sucks because that means it's the end of the schedule. But I do like
last. That's what's going on here.
I do like Thursday morning, like 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. early bird setup. Star. You have to know someone in order to. Hey Dave,
no, you have to get permission, and you have to bring your own tables. But
who do we have to ask permission from?
Me.
Oh, so do you want Dave and me to ask permission?
I'm working on Wednesday, and I'll be leaving first thing Thursday morning, so it's going to take me 6 hours to drive there anyway. So I won't be there till after lunch.
Okay. Well, hi Dave. I have my own tables. May I come in early?
Yeah, sure.
I have my own tables too.
Yes.
You can come in anytime you want, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Well,
hey, I'm using Dave in my promotion on Facebook. So
whatever you want, bud.
I'm telling him, and this is all in French. I'm telling everyone in a Facebook post that I made on different platforms and different Facebook groups that we're having David Cowdis, who is the winner of the Bricks and the Six greatest best in show. So
Graham was very sweet. Simon was very sweet.
And yeah, my sister wrote that.
I actually sent an email to like half my company in Quebec saying, by the way, I'm going to be in Montreal in a couple of weeks, and this is the show, and you guys should come up on Saturday and Sunday. So we'll see who shows up for my office.
My sister reminded me that my niece did start working in Northern Quebec in August 17th. So I did remember that, sis. I was just, making comments. Anyway.
So yeah, basically I've been doing Brickomanie stuff.
Brickomanie stuff.
I did get an order in though. I bought a bunch of sets, the Jurassic World sets, the latest sets that came out, like the Brontosaurus set.
Okay.
Don't know how they call it now, and like the Jeep set, and so yeah, bunch of small sets. Came, but I haven't touched them because I don't have the time.
Yeah, I hear you.
I did register, however, because today I did send the email about tables, so I did reserve my table for my Starbase. So
yes, I need to finish that up. I haven't done that yet. Completed that.
I'm not gonna put up my moon base, but I am gonna put up my Starbase. So
cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that one. That's the one that you guys did. That's all.
Yep.
It's
like an orbital station. So
yeah. Cool. Awesome.
I might do a few new modules. Is that if I have the time? I might build a few new modules to add to it.
When the chat first started, I was saying I haven't had much time myself to get stuff done due to work. I did do some stuff.
Your castle's gone.
My castle's upstairs. I moved it upstairs last weekend because I wanted to sit upstairs and work on it while and watch TV and stuff. So actually, you know what? Let me just share this. Ba-doom, ba-doom.
And Matt.
So I think I was showing these last week. My lovely stands for my mosaic or for my artwork that I'm going to bring to Brickomanie, and
Yes.
I went to put one of the larger ones on. Oh, I built 4 of them. Went to go put one of the larger ones on, and it completely destroyed it.
Fail.
So I rebuilt into like super heavy duty. Those are the other 2 pictures I'm bringing as well. Oh yeah, and this is. I started setting up the castle in the basement, and then realized, no, you know what? It needs to go upstairs. So I basically moved it from behind me to the other side of my screens, and then moved half of it over, and then I moved it back up. So yeah, I was started working on these stronger structures, and they hold everything up. This is my living room. Notice my dishwasher has a Brickfet banner on it from our old show from years ago. So yeah, I basically set up the castle up in my living room so I can have a place to sit and watch TV and work. And then I stripped all the road plates off because that was the whole goal for this, is all the road plates are stripped off. And now they're slowly getting decorated with figures.
Cool.
Wow, that's the last picture I took. So I basically have got them all decorated with figures. So now I can remove those plates. And that was what this next picture was. I just went out today and bought a bunch of foam that I'm going to use to cut, like to basically build little cases for all the pathways to go into and put them into bins. So this is like $130 worth of foam, unfortunately. But I did get like these bigger blocks were only like $17 a piece because they were like 60% off. But yeah, that was basically what I had worked on over the past few days. Oh, and just as the chat was starting, whoops, yeah, that's the one I want. Just as the chat was starting, I did strip out. I grabbed my yellow castle, my mini,
Your bouncy castle.
my bouncy castle. That looks much better. And I stripped out I hollowed out the center core so now I can actually get some mechanics in here to hopefully bounce the bouncy castle. So
Cool.
it's either that or I'm just gonna have someone sit under here the whole time and do this with their finger. I don't know.
That works.
Probably not.
Hey, Matt, you're coming up,
I
right?
could do that.
You need a helper.
I could do that.
So yeah. Hello, Songwing. Welcome. So yeah, that's like I said, work's been taking a lot of my time, so I haven't had a lot of time to get stuff done. I basically, any chance I get, I'm doing something. So I think next week or over the weekend, I'll get that done. I'll do the foam stuff, and then I'm going to start repacking the castle for Brickomanie in its boxes. And I got to pack up those picture frames and things like that too. So there's always things to get done. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get much more done. Oh, and I have to register my mocks before the 4th of September, and I have to request a couple more tables that I'm bringing as well quickly.
I think I've registered my mocks.
Your mock?
My mock.
Did you request table space?
I don't think I needed to.
You need to do both. You
I
need to
need
say
floor space.
you need to request floor space.
I think I've registered it. I think I did because I got an email saying I registered it. I hope it is.
Well, because there's two different. Like you register your mock to get a mock card, and you register your floor space to get a space in the building.
I did both, but I'll have to look at it now.
And it's space, and I've been saying space so many times, and no
Space.
one. Wow.
Well,
if I show up and I didn't register, I'll just leave it in the van for.
I was about to say, we all know where Code Ice is, what area Code Ice is would end up in if it's organized by theme.
Yeah. I don't know if St-Cyr has the list to check to make sure. But maybe if not, talk to your people and see if Code Ice is registered because,
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? Can I put that up?
Yeah.
T-shirts.
So the t-shirts are in.
Cool. Awesome.
That's a non-francophone exposant. Is that how do you say it?
Exposa.
Exposant.
Yeah. So, Expo.
Probably the only French t-shirt, Lego t-shirt you're gonna get.
This is cool. And I like the soccer theme because it's fun.
Yeah.
And it's in the soccer stadium, so that makes sense.
Yep.
Is it
Yeah,
really?
and and Marc-André Caron, who used to have a YouTube channel and did all these brick films. He's actually working on a brick film to promote the event, and
Okay.
so he basically, I think he's done with all the actual filming, and now he has to do the editing of the thing. But it's
Okay.
supposed to drop starting at the start of September. So probably
Okay.
next week we're gonna see something. There's gonna be a brick film
Cool.
about our event,
Sounds like
and
fun.
the soccer team is included in
Yeah.
that
In the
little
video.
brick film. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I had a coworker today that I said I was going to be up in Montreal for a Lego show, and I said the weekend. He's like, "Oh, I'm in Montreal that weekend too." And I'm like, "Are you going to the Lego show too?" And he's like, "No, I didn't even know there was one." And I'm like, "Well, if you got your kids there."
So
But-
one of my Atlanta friends, he has family in Salt Lake. His mother lives in Salt Lake City, and I said, "Oh, I'm going out to Salt Lake," and he's like, he had already booked a ticket to go spend a week at his mom's house, and so he came by the Brick Slopes convention, and we hung out for the day and went around, looked at all the stuff, and it just was a happy accident where he's into Lego, and he just happened to already be in that place when the convention
Cool.
happened. So it's definitely a happy accident. It was good times.
Mhm. For the T-shirt, Ben wrote.
So it's I'm assuming it's an indoor soccer stadium.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
ground floor.
it's indoor soccer stadium, and we have actually 2 soccer fields.
Okay.
So 40,000 square feet with no columns and AstroTurf, and that's
This is not.
that's the gym.
Yeah. I'm trying to get back to the first.
I
one.
really hope somebody's bringing a Lego soccer layout that's very meta inside the big soccer field. So that would be cool.
That's the space there, Matt.
Wow, that's gonna be a great place.
Well, that's actually the 3 soccer fields
Yeah,
all
you can
joined
see
together. So we're just
that
getting
one
2.
here.
So there's gonna be like
A partition up.
Yeah.
Still pretty large. It's like what, 40,000 square feet?
Yeah.
So
at the Brick Slopes convention, we had part of the display space, but the other part was a hot tub convention.
hot tub convention.
news is up, so I guess we'll start with that, or I guess we'll talk about the news because we can.
The news.
So, and hello to the 10 people watching, by the way.
Hey, we have a banner. Wait.
We do.
Where's our banner?
That's why I'm pausing.
Hello,
But we
everybody.
did kind of just fall into this, so
This week in the news.
And now you know the rest of the story.
Kids these days don't know when like the 70s where they would actually have the 1 minute news update right before
The ticker tape.
That's right.
You said the ticker tape, and I just remembered our first year, or our second year, I think it was at Brick Fest, which was the original Lego convention in DC, and we made CNN, and it was on the ticker tape all the way along the bottom of the screen.
Was
That's
it?
awesome.
So I took pictures of the TV screen and pasted it together, which
Nice.
I can pull up later. It was kind of funny. But yeah, Lego ideas. So there's a Disney Pixar Luxor Junior lamp design, and it achieved 10,000 supporters this week. It's by Toby One Kenobi, 20506. Love it.
I wonder if you like Star Wars.
Maybe, but I was looking at this ball and I'm like, that is just brilliant. I'm trying to figure out how it actually fits together.
Yeah.
But just like with the triangle hazard signs here as well, it's like that's a very nice looking ball. So I want to look into it. And yes, I've said ball twice now. Make it 3
That's
times.
okay.
I'm curious how it's held together on the inside because it's
Yeah.
not.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. I think these are the quarter round pieces, I would assume, because there's no studs on the end, so it's not a dish, right?
Right.
So it's something to try and figure out.
It's a mystery.
Hold on, Davey. Yeah, that guy.
He's pretty.
Oh,
Yeah, that
got it. Okay.
So, So yeah, I mean, there's just no lines that you can see. But anyways, I think it's a pretty nice idea. I would love to see this one. Just for the technicality and how it's built,
Yep.
it's pretty cool. So yeah, this one has joined the long list of other ones that have made it in. But we need some Pixar love these days. The Pixar movies aren't doing that great.
Yep.
So, and also,
But you know it's gonna be Taylor.
you know, it's going to be Taylor.
It's gonna be a Taylor Swift
Oh yeah, because
set.
there's only 5 Lego Taylor Swift ideas this launch. Also in ideas was a NASA space launch system to the moon and Mars, which is, you know, a similar. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's a Saturn V, but I know it's not. So this is by Rocket Builder. Kind of appropriate that Rocket Builder has a rocket that it Lego ideas. It's 1,745 pieces. The build features the complete space launch system and is built around its core stage.
Isn't that the same people who did the Apollo 5 project that got made into a set?
It's possible. I'm not sure who created Apollo 5. I mean,
Because
they
it
don't
was
mention
the-
it here that they also were the Apollo 5 creators. So, so I
Because
don't know.
I know that the Valérie Roche, who was on the Apollo 5 project, she was promoting an SLS mock on Lego ideas. So
Yeah,
I think these are the same people.
I'm just pulling it up here because now
Saturn
you know.
V.
What did I say? Oh,
Yeah, Saturn
I-
V, not Apollo 5.
yeah, Saturn V. Fine. There we go. I found it.
The Brick Fan.
Oh no, that doesn't. That isn't. Lego has announced that it has been retired. Sorry. Amazon sale officially. Let's just click on that and see what it is. Sorry, this is an Instagram post, but more really, really. I click on it, it's like more and less, and it shows nothing more.
Yeah, I think that-
June 1st. Yeah, I don't see a name on here yet. Felix
I
and
think it-
Valerie's collaboration was guided by a shared passion.
Yeah. Felix Chesson and Valérie Roche.
There you go. But it doesn't say anything about Rocket Builder. Like, there's no specific name, so. I mean, it could be the same person. Who knows?
Because I know that Valérie Roche has been like posting a lot on Facebook about
Okay.
the SLS project. So
All right. Well, cool. So next up, not Lego ideas related, but TV related. Lego has dropped the Dragon Rising Season 1 Part 2 trailer or teaser trailer this week. It's going to be airing October 12th. So if you're a Ninjago fan and you haven't seen it yet, hop over to the Brick Fan to check out that article.
let's hope it's better than Lego Dreams because I finished the series with my children.
Yeah.
And my 7-year-old liked it, but my 12-year-old was like, "This is dumb. This is boring," and I kind of agree with him. It's pretty dumb, pretty boring.
It's probably not.
The story doesn't hold together. I mean, it's not nearly as good as Ninjago was or is or even is. So
I'm guessing you're not the target audience for it. First of all.
yes,
So,
but I did
you know.
watch Ninjago and I did enjoy it. But I was watching Lego Dreams, and I'm sorry, but the story sucks.
All right, fair enough. I've watched 8 episodes. I haven't finished it, just because I haven't had a chance to. But speaking of
Like
TV
that.
shows, they are making a Lego Jurassic Park animated special, and it'll be on Peacock coming later this year. It's
Oh, I did.
yeah. So Peacock announced that Lego special featuring the retelling of the original Jurassic Park movie in brick form. There's no official title yet, but there's a tagline, the unofficial retelling. Along with the Jurassic Park logo, the animated special will be 22 minutes long. That will stream exclusively on Peacock. There is no mention of when and where and why, or when.
And who's doing the voices? Are they going to bring Newman back to do the voice? That'd be great.
I would assume that they're just going to dub the voices from the original show.
Samuel L. Jackson, that'd be awesome.
Or
That
they're
would be
not gonna
nice.
have voices at all, like they did
Yeah.
that with Lego Star Wars. And
Well, and I mean, for the video games, they did dub the movie voices for a lot of things when they were doing that. So,
Laura Dern.
yeah. Speaking of video games, Lego X Fortnite teaser. That was an unrelated tag, or that was an unrelated segue. but it
Segway. That was good.
Yes.
I like it.
So Lego's had a partnership with Epic Games for a while, and it's an ongoing partnership. So there's some Lego X Fortnite teasers in the new Play Unstoppable video. So Lego dropped a video earlier this week called Play Unstoppable, and it features Loser Fruit, who is a popular Fortnite player, and she's playing with Lego during the video. So the thought is that there is some Lego content coming to Fortnite in the near future. Let me just mute my page here just to make sure. Mute site. I'll play a couple seconds of it here just so you can see. So it's just, that's that Loser Fruit person. And they're playing, anyway, they're playing building with Lego, but it looks to be like some kind of a crossover into Fortnite as well. So if anybody plays Fortnite or has children that play Fortnite, maybe they'll have a little bit of Lego interest or a little bit of Lego love in the next little while. Don't think they're going to come back and build with bricks if they aren't currently, but you can hope. Speaking of video games, segue too. This is from Brick Fanatics. Lego 2K Drive, which is a game that came out earlier this month or earlier in the past few months on most platforms. They're having a couple of free play for limited time weekends. So this long weekend for the Xbox, if you have an Xbox, you can download the game and play it for free from August 31st to September 3rd. After that, the game will not be playable again. You'll have to buy the game in order to continue playing it, but it's just give you a taste of the game to see if you want to play it. This also will happen for PlayStation users between September 7th and 11th. And again, obviously if, when that free play ends, then you have to purchase the game.
why does Lego keep venturing into the online gaming or
because
console?
That's where kids are venturing to.
I know, but they don't need to.
And I've got the Forza Horizon 4, I believe it is, and there is a whole Lego section in there with Speed Champions, and it was actually kind of fun when I was playing it. It was enjoyable to kind of drive around in a Lego world with your non-Lego car or your Lego car. You could get the Lego ones as well. So
See that's another thing about Lego Dreams. There aren't any bricks in it.
you really are showing the Lego Dreams hate, aren't you? Wow.
Well,
But the sets look fun. So, speaking of which, I saw and Matt might have this info as well, but I saw this Shy Time is My Time on his Instagram channel. He put up a short that said it was confirmed in Utah at Bricks Cascade that Lego bases their decision whether or not to continue with a third or fourth wave of sets on the second wave sales of sets. So if you really like a theme, you should be buying the second wave of sets before you like as much as you can, because that will help Lego decide whether or not to continue with the theme after that. So it's kind of an interesting theory. Like they don't do it on the first wave of sets because those are probably the ones that they probably get better sales in the first wave than the second wave. Right, but that's a good way to tell the interest of it as well. So, so yeah, and Friday is September 1st. You know what that means? New Lego sets. Yay.
You like the Lego sets?
So the Brick Fan has put together a shopping guide of all the new Lego sets coming out. So we'll just quickly look them over. First off, we have Brickheads, which are the Sonic Hedgehog and Miles Tails Prowler, whatever. The Sonic Hedgehog Brickheads are coming out. The City Passenger Airplane and Advent Calendar is coming out. I didn't realize this plane wasn't out yet, but I guess it was delayed or just a later release. Maybe they had to fly it in. Anyway, no. They need a bigger plane. Anyways.
Jeff Van Witten, everyone.
Yeah. Please tip your waiter on the way out the door because it's not their fault. My jokes are there's a Walt Disney tribute camera for Disney and the Peter Pan and Wendy's Flight Over London sets that are coming out. For Friends, there's 3 sets: the Holiday Ski Slope and Cafe, the Friends Advent Calendar, and the Igloo Holiday Adventure, which is a set that comes with transparent clear of those quarter domes and transparent clear that were originally on.
An igloo.
Well, actually, we're still up to debate if those are transparent clear or not. But anyways, that were in the space sets earlier, the city space sets. For Harry Potter, this is really a big Harry Potter.
Did you say Harry Potter?
Yeah, I did. For Harry Potter, hey, I have been working forever, so give me a break. For Harry Potter.
Sorry, Jim.
I liked it, Jeff. That was a good
For Harry
joke.
Potter or Power, whatever. There, he got degraded 1 level too when I added him back in. He's now below Cowardice. Anyways, so for Harry Potter, there's a few sets coming out. There's also some news for Harry Potter. They're doing a big promotion this week. Who gave him control? Oh yeah, I did. Anyway, so there's the Gringotts Wizarding Bank Collector's Edition, which is the picture we see here. Gringotts. I'm sorry, I said Gringotts. Also the Advent Calendar and the Hogwarts Castle and Grounds, which is the mini scale Hogwarts Castle. I'm just going to shut up. For ideas, the insect collection is coming out on September 4th as well. And the Concord is also coming out for ideas on September 4th. Why is there 2 ideas sections? I guess they just put an ad in between. The Concord is also coming out September 4th. Marvel's Advent Calendar will be released, as well as the Marvel collectible minifig packs. 6 packs for $30 and $5.99 for the individual ones. So obviously that's $6.99 Canadian and $39, I think, US for Canadian for the 6-pack. Also coming out,
just buy a whole box from Costco.
Yeah. Also coming out of the Braille bricks, which was another news article. Lego is released the Braille bricks for the general market now. Originally, it was just for schools and certain educational systems, but now it's sweet. Now they're going to be out as well for the general public to buy. Star Wars, a bunch of ships, a bunch of things dropping. The Coruscant Guard ship, the Ghost and Phantom 2. Ahsoka Tano's T6 Jedi shuttle, the New Republic E-Wing, and Shin Hati's Starfighter. Those 3 are related to the current season of Ahsoka. Also, the Star Wars.
And if you watch episode 3, you're gonna. It's all coming together.
It's all coming. Oh, so you like it better than
yes.
What we just finished watching? Than Secret Invasion? Is that what you're saying?
Secret Invasion sucked.
Yeah. And also the Chewbacca set is coming out as well. So I hadn't watched Ahsoka yet this week, like up until yesterday, because my kid was supposed to come watch it with me, and he's been working and staying at mom's house and stuff. So finally, and he's been saying, just watch it, Dad, because I don't know when I'm going to get there. I'm like, okay, fine. So finally, I watched it last night. And I was like, yeah, I get to watch 2 episodes. And then the second episode finished, and I realized it was after 9 o'clock. So the 3rd episode dropped. So I got all caught up in one day. And yes, it's great to see the characters from Rebels in real life action. Lovin' Chomper and the other droid, the Jedi training droid, whatever his name is. They're awesome.
It's Professor. It's like a Asian sound.
Hygul or something like that. I forget what his name is. Han Gul. Anyways, Anyways, and speaking of Harry Potter, like we said, Harry Potter, they're doing a promotion, a Back to Hogwarts promotion, starting on September 1st, going to the 10th. And it's going to be a bunch of different things. There's a Harry Potter gift with purchase available for 130 US, and it's only for Harry Potter products, and it's basically a little Gringotts vault with an extra piece of track, and it is also a piggy bank, so you can put your money into it.
It sounded like you said Harry Prada, which Harry Prada.
Okay, again,
Harry Potter,
tired,
Harry
exhausted.
Prada.
With Meryl Streep and
Harry-
Anne Hathaway.
Harry
I
Prada.
can't get rid of all three of you because it's just me talking, and I like the banter. But still, give me a break.
It's high
We love you,
fashion.
Jeffy.
All right,
Harry Potter.
all right. St-Cyr is doing the news from now on. Anyway, there's also a Quidditch practice gift for purchase poly bag.
If I'm
that'll
doing
be
the news,
available.
we're gonna jump right into the subject that you posted today.
I thought tonight's topic was the roast of Jeff Van Winden.
That's what I heard.
There, I just muted them all. Anyway, I don't know if they can unmute yourselves. Can you guys unmute yourselves? Are you allowed to? I think you are.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'll mute myself. No.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, there's a Harry Potter gift with purchase for $40 as well, which is the little Quidditch practice set. Both of these run till September 13th while supplies last. There's also some sales that'll be happening for older sets. It includes the Bravery and Wisdom bundles and the Loyalty and Determination bundles, which go for $55.98 US. So those ones, just for reference, are basically the 2 packs of the banners. So they're 20% off. And I don't know if they're already at that price, but yeah. Anyways, that's it for that one.
So now
And
we know which ones are not selling well.
well, yeah, I guess not. I don't know. I mean, the books didn't do so bad, although there was a lot of those books that were clearing out the past round of Harry Potter ones that they had. So yeah, the Gringotts vaults, see, everything's out of order because it is. So the gift for purchase was revealed, as I previously mentioned. I think there's some pictures of the back. Yeah, so there's a coin slot on the back. You can pull out the fake wall or the wall on the back to access your coins. And a little shot of the set itself without a figure or without a Harry Potter fig. It doesn't actually come with a Harry Potter fig. It doesn't. It doesn't even come with a Harry Potter fig. Wow, what was that?
That's a first.
That's great because the Harry Potter figs only go for like about $50 on Brickomanie.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just ignoring what's being written down on the chat. And the Braille bricks, which we already talked about as well, were launched. So those of you who live in the States, Matt, starting September 1st, sorry, I keep on looking at the chat. Starting September 1st, Target is going to be having, or no, I think is it September 1st? I don't know. But Target has a Lego X Target Ideas set that's coming out. This will also be available on Lego.com for the rest of us. So it's funny, this actually got leaked by a French retailer since it's a Target set. But there's the upcoming Lego Viking Village, 2,103 pieces. Listed for 130 pounds, which roughly equates to about 130 US. So it was from the Lego X Target fan vote. There's no official release on when will be released, so we don't know if it's early September, or when.
Mr. Van Winden, do you want me to get one here and hold it for when you come down?
No, because it's available on Shop at Home as well. It'll be available in the rest of the world at Shop at Home.
You can get the VIP
and outside of Target as well. Yeah, and it is this Friday, but it doesn't look like this will be the case. Oh, so yeah, there was rumor that this might be the Target Fall Geek Out 2023 thing that would be happening this Friday, but it doesn't look like that's the case. So maybe there's something else at Target. If there's something else at Target, Matt, I might hit you up to say, hey, by the way.
Sure.
Oh, it was also accidentally leaked by Duck Bricks. Now he has been sanctioned by LAN. Interesting.
Quack, quack.
So yeah, and it is a modular. I have seen other pictures of it. It is a modular design in that like the 3 buildings can be separated into individual pieces. So yeah. Dave's picking on me now.
It's a cool looking set, and I don't own any castle, so I'm not coming at it from that angle. I do like modular stuff, so maybe that's why. But I'm kind of intrigued with that Viking village.
Yeah, it's not a castle.
Well,
It's
I mean,
just,
that's that like old time,
no,
that
I get
whole
you.
whole time. I do own the medieval village, so
Yeah,
it
well,
kind of
that is
has that
castle.
vibe.
All of the USA, all USA are just the targets in the USA.
It's probably so when the headsets came out, the red Venom mask was initially available only at Target, and then later became available at Lego Store. So it may be similar, where the initial release is a Target exclusive, and then possibly broadens out. I don't know. I'm just speculating here.
He's picking on me today. Yes.
I'm sorry, Jeff.
So, for the record, any Vikings that invade my castle become property of my castle and me. We'll just say it that way. So go ahead and invade my castle. Anyways, David St-Cyr, I know you love talking about the financial results of Lego. They have continued growth in the declining toy market, but their results actually were pretty much level, I believe. Like they didn't really make much more. They didn't make more money than the previous years. Like they're leveling
Well,
out.
they
1%.
last year they said it was an exceptional first half of the year.
Yeah.
And today they announced that they did even better because they did
sales grew 3%.
They did 1%. They did increase their sales by 1%, I think.
Sales grew 3% versus the same time last year, and
so on an exceptional year, they outdone themselves 3% more. So
yeah. I was expecting.
On the other hand, I gotta give that to them. They increased the prices back in 2022.
Yeah.
But sales can continue to grow. So.
But they increased the prices
right.
5 to 10%, and their growth was only 3%. So obviously the market is quieting down for them as well, right?
Well, or either the market is quieting down, or the increase in prices did have an impact on sales.
Yeah.
Either that, or, I don't know, but at one point they're gonna hit the tipping point. They're gonna hit that point where people are gonna say enough is enough. Lego is too expensive. We're not gonna buy it. We're gonna either reduce the amount of money we're gonna put into that hobby, or I'm being at one point they're gonna hit the tipping point. Apparently, it's not now because they're still selling strong. They're still getting profits, although the profits were down, but they did put a lot of investments. They did put a lot of money into plants and
yeah. So just 27.4 billion DKK is 5 trillion Canadian dollars. No, wait, did I get that wrong?
Yeah, I think that's wrong.
No, billion, 27.4, which is that's right.
That's 5 billion there.
No. One.
Oh no, that's 5 billion. Yeah, it's 5 billion. Sorry. No, again, tired. I read the 40 cents as another comma. Okay.
It does seem that the price increase drove the increased total sales primarily, rather than selling more sets. They just increased the price. So I think that you know, that does suggest that they're right near the tipping point. But the other thing about the tipping point is it's going to be at different dollar values for different households and even different countries. So,
Yeah.
you know, you know, I hear discussion from y'all about what the prices are set in Canadian dollars. I know when I went to Australia, their community, their Lego community, just cries about the prices in Australian dollars and how much more expensive it is.
Well, yeah,
given
that's
the
actually
exchange rate.
shipping related, though, right?
What's that?
That's usually shipping related, though, for Australia.
True.
Because,
although I
yeah.
would think that with the opening of the factory in China, that they're probably being supplied, but maybe not because of printing. I don't know. I don't know what
they're still shipping throughout Australia, though. Like you could port it into one of the major cities, but then you
Correct.
still got to ship it across the country.
Yep.
And it's not like I mean, I know there's a main rail line that goes from the south to the north, but like they don't have a huge network of infrastructure for getting things back and forth, from what I can tell.
Correct.
Hence the trailer trains.
90% of the population lives on the rim of the country, and only
but the rim is literally all around. Like it's a huge country to just be on the edges, right?
Yeah, the east and west coast of Australia is quite similar in distance apart to the east and west of North America, and that's a big amount of area. And of course, both in the U.S. and Canada, we have people who live in the middle. They don't, for the most part.
Yeah. Less people live in the middle in Canada than in the States, but yeah.
Hey, don't erase Winnipeggers. They'll be very upset.
Oh, I was talking about Saskatchewans. Saskatchewanians.
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewans? Yeah, anyways.
Sasquatchians.
Yeah. Across the country and across the continent. It's true. There's an entire continent. So yeah, that's financial results. So I'm surprised Dave didn't go into a bigger rant, but obviously they're still making lots of money.
What can I say that I didn't say before or didn't say last year?
They should build more helicopters. You haven't said that today.
He used up all his rantings. We used up our rantings making fun of your tongue-tied.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, New Elementary. There's a couple of sets that they've reviewed. The first one was the Lego Friends Sports Center, which when I first saw this, I was like, really? You've reviewed that one? Why? The 41744 Sports Center set. It actually has a fairly wide variety of color and some interesting, cool pieces. We really should have pulled up at the bottom of the page is what the set looks like for the record, but they've got some recolored elements. There's no new molds in the set, but a lot of recolors. So in Dark Azure, there's these couple of parts, the rocky face and the 4x6 curved bit that exists. This is in also in Dark Azure. There's a 6x14 plate, inverted curve slope.
I'm wondering if Matt has his Excel spreadsheet out. So
he just goes to the New Elementary himself.
So I got the notice that my Peter Pan with the pale light blue ship. So I'm very excited about. I basically bought that set for parts, but I might buy one just for parts. These are some good parts. Some good new parts.
I actually got notification that my Bricks and Pieces order from September 3rd shipped today. August 3rd shipped today, I should say. So I was happy for that.
I'm parting out my Bricks and Pieces orders that came while I was in Utah right now during the show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was the first one I've done, and I haven't done one since. So that was just to get my purple air tanks. So they're on the way. Well, and I got a bunch of other pieces
are on the way too, but they're not here yet. So
yeah. Also in vibrant neon yellow, there's a ball and a couple of tiles. Yellow ball. Yeah, that color that Matt's holding. Thankfully,
that neon yellow works amazingly great under black light, right?
Yeah, I was just thinking. I just realized. Oh wait, there's an actual soccer ball in that color. So any great ball contraption lovers out there, that's the color you probably want to get to for lights out and stuff, so you can have it really reflective.
So at Brick Slopes, one of the things they were using in the great ball contraption were, I think, the pale yellow or the pale yellowish green, and they also fluorescent really strongly. Okay. And I was thinking that would be actually a lot of fun to watch the great ball contraption. You know, when the lights get turned down, it shows.
Yeah, there are glow in the dark balls that there are third party balls that have been purchased that are glow in the dark. Like I bought during COVID, I bought like a couple of hundred just plain white ones.
Okay.
Just because soccer balls are $1.50 to $2 a piece these days.
Whew.
Because of the great ball contraption, and they unfortunately when you use them at shows, they do slowly go missing every once in a while because they bounce off the tables or get picked up or whatever, right? Like, or get lodged deep in it.
Fortunately, you can order them through Lug Bulk.
Yeah, but they're still not cheap through that. Like the knockoff ones are at least lower cost, but
well, they're not that expensive either.
Yeah. So Vibrant Coral, there's a couple of large plates that are available. In white, there is a couple of the newer curves, the corner L bracket or type plate that exists. The strain one with the holes on the end, I don't know what that is actually called these days. Oh well, it's probably right here. That one long cable, flexible 21 long with connectors and bars. Wow, that's a mouthful.
That's a long name.
Rare and interesting odd pieces. So there's some pieces that are not necessarily new, but just
That
available.
robot arm has never been in light gray. That's
it's rare.
Okay. Oh, rare. Got it.
Yeah. So the skeleton arm, it's only in 2 other sets.
Wow.
So yeah, yeah. So that makes it quite rare. Decorated elements. There's a new phone with an app on it. It looks like it's measuring something. A printed soccer plate or a dish, I should say. A bunch of stickers, obviously.
It's an
Figures.
L tap, Jeff.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get to the actual. That's the actual building itself. So.
It's okay. I do like the fact that you're getting a bunch of the Chains Clear window panels, like curved ones, like that.
Yeah,
too.
the curved ones and even the larger ones here. Yeah, and that the clear doors.
Give me an additional reason to buy that set for parts.
Yeah. The other interesting one that was talked about this week was the 2 new Sonic brickheads, the Tails and Sonic. And the reason why these are interesting is because this part here is actually a new mold.
What?
They have changed Go Sports. They have changed the design of this piece at the bottom here, this bracket, and there's a whole write-up on this. So the easy way to tell them apart, this is the old one, this is the new one. The new one has like a quarter hollowed out piece here.
Same plastic.
No, it's that. Well, sure, but I think they also did that so we could tell them apart easier.
Okay, but what besides that, what's the difference?
So I read the whole article. So they actually first made this part for the B-Wing, the UCS B-Wing, which I never got. Now I really want. But anyways, and it was basically just to go on the edge of the wings so that they could put like a curve over it, or they use these tiles to join the 2 wings together, because it was basically made as a stud reverser type piece.
Okay.
Right. So you take 2 of them together. Well, let me just go down for a second here just to show you like this. So you can basically put 2 studs. You can get opposite direction. But this actual piece wasn't actually in system because when you lined it up, when you put it on above a brick with studs on it, you can actually see there's a gap in here. So and in this way, it's actually putting a tiny bit of tension on the bricks. You can see there's a slight curve here. So they've made the new piece to be in system, so it does match up nicely and it does connect properly, but it loses the effect. And you can also even see here, here the blue one actually sticks up a tiny bit. It's a little bit offset, but the result of that is when you put them together like this, they no longer sit nicely together. But there's also less stress, and you can kind of make out that there's a bit of a height difference.
Oh wow, it's noticeable.
Yeah, which is funny though, because this is on a gray brick. Oh, sorry, these are the new brackets here. Sorry, this was just a regular brick to show what the gap is, and on the new one, it's more visible here. I don't know why he took this picture because he's got a dented brick here. But anyway, so that was the main reason why I was showing this article. Mr. Cowdice, there is a bright light orange 1x2 Technic brick, which I messaged you about earlier this week. I don't know. This is a new one, so I don't know how much more you have or you need.
1x16. I think
1x16 still, but this one was missing too, right? So
yeah, the 1x2. I can order a bunch of those right now.
That's that's not a classic space color though. Why are you excited about that being in?
Because I also have the go-karts.
Oh, okay.
The 854s, all in variety of colors.
Makes sense.
Oh.
All right.
Dave's device is not connected. Maybe the internet gods got annoyed at him making comments about me. No, I'm just joking. Hopefully he'll join us again shortly. I don't see anything in private chat. No, okay. And also some other parts that are worth mentioning. There's the Sonic Ring and some of these other parts. So the I didn't realize that this one, the blue 45-degree slope, last seen in 2018, and before that 2012. So this is quite a rare piece. So it's back. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Yeah,
Yay!
sorry. I had to blow my nose because it's allergy season and I'm like dying.
And by accident, he blew so hard he knocked his connection off.
Well,
He knocked out the internet.
Did you want to see me blow my nose live
No.
on YouTube?
No.
Sure.
Or did you want to hear me blow my nose live on YouTube?
That's the kind of
No,
content.
that's what mute's for, Dave. We've used it on you already today. You could have done it yourself. Anyways, okay, let's continue on here.
That's the kind of content I'm here for.
Nose blind. I'm just jumping over this because we already showed these couple of sets that were being packaged together. The Braille bricks have been added to brick set. That's about it. The last four things are just some Brothers Brick sets or designs, things people have made. It's been very quiet on Brothers Brick even this week, so it's kind of interesting. So this is Panda playing a violin on a dock by Vincent Q. It's from The Sound of Autumn.
What happened to short titles?
You mean? Well, I mean, this is basically describing what it is.
Yes, but find a short title for it.
I never thought I'd ever say a panda playing a violin on a dock before as well. So, but someone decided to build that. So,
Dave gets to be an old man. He doesn't want to read anymore. He just wants to.
That way you don't get it confused with panda playing a violin on a rock. That way you can.
Yeah, or
by a rock.
Joe on a riverboat cruise.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Also, another one, Broken Lego always turns me inside out with anger. So it's an inside out figure by Nikita Filatov. And if you recognize the inside out character, Anger, who's got obviously some broken brown and a trash can of brown, I thought it was quite appropriate.
That is funny.
It is.
Nikita Filatov was drafted in the first round by the Columbus Blue Jackets. I just want to note, but
that's okay.
But maybe that's not the same one.
Maybe not. Maybe so. I mean, there is a couple of. I know there's a football player that's an NFL player that's a Lego fan.
Yeah, and David Beckham.
And David Beckham, yeah.
Terry Crews also.
Terry Crews, yeah. So with the release of the insect sets, the insect idea set coming out, I think that's created a little insect mania going on as well in the Lego community.
Insect mania.
James,
like a title of a bad horror movie.
So James Zahn created even more ideas from the Lego Insect Kingdom. So there's some boxing beetles. As well as
they crawl everywhere. You can see them in your kitchen. It's insect media.
I just want to hear Hulk Hogan say that. Hulkamaniacs, it's insect.
Hulkamaniacs. You know, brother.
That'd be awesome.
Poor Ben Winnett's like, can we just get through this so I can go to bed?
Yeah, technically that's why I was like, you know what, let's hurry this up. I'm getting tired. Not you guys.
Us are having a good
I'm
old
just
time.
physically tired.
And Ben Winnett's pillow is calling to him.
Oh, yeah. my watch recorded my sleep last night and it said I had 3 hours of sleep, which wasn't accurate because I did go to bed at like 1 o'clock in the morning and I woke up at about 8 or 9. But I feel like I had 3 hours of sleep and it wasn't crappy sleep. So
Now
best
I
show
feel
ever.
now I feel guilty.
No, it's okay. I've had a horrible work couple of weeks and it's just been
Sorry, Jeffy.
digging into my relaxation time. And I do love the comments. I do laugh at it. It's like I just want to go to bed soon. Anyway, so yeah, he's got a couple of insect mocks here. You've seen it long enough. And then another one.
Another insect. It's
by,
a whole bunch of insect mania, man.
by Lego 7. This builder brings this builder brings the beautiful bugs. Could you add some more bees on there?
Bring your bugs. I'm gonna squash them right on the middle of the ring. Yeah.
So, so this is an orchid mantis by Lego 7. And like its namesake in pink and white, the flowers come from the orchid set from last year.
Jeff is gonna bite my head off.
No,
Mantis.
if and they've also taken the idea of the little mini bouquet flower ones. I can't remember what that set was called, with all the individual flowers you can join together, and built a bunch of different beetles on top. Not the beetles you might know, the musical ones, but or
All
the
you
gross.
need is beetles. Dun, 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 dun.
All you need is bugs.
We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. We all live.
I think someone's been drinking.
We're
He's had
just
the week off. Oh, well, speaking of which, okay, fine, mister. You've been asking for it. Mr. St-Cyr, you've had the week off. I do recall you saying you were going to be working on your Lego room this week and getting all that stuff out of your garage and building a Lego room that's, got some nice shelving on here. He knows how much he's drinking right now. He's like, I wish this was alcohol. Have you had any progress, Mr. St-Cyr?
No, because I've been working hard on Brickomanie.
Working hard. I got one email this week from him, so I guess.
oh
Yeah, but
You had to translate it to English. Sorry, now I feel bad because I'm like flaming him. Anyway,
getting heated.
I did have to. Well, first, before sending the email, I had to update the website and put all the detailed schedule online, and do it twice because I had to do it in French first, and then I had to translate it into English.
Sounds like he's complaining. Yeah.
And then I had to write that email in French, translate it in English.
Don't they have bots for that kind of stuff now or something? I don't know how good they are, but
I gotta
Well,
say the French to English translation and what the bots is not as nice as the actual modified Quebecois converting that in English.
Yeah, because it usually goes to French, probably goes more to European French than.
well,
Canadian
the major problems with bots translating stuff is that they usually go word by word instead
Right.
of translating the whole concept or the whole sentence of the whole idea. So
Mhm.
that's the
So-
problem.
Lego
But
becomes
they are getting better. I mean, the best one I've seen so far is the Office 365 translation. That
Okay.
if you actually translate something written in a Word document
Mhm.
from French to English or to English from French, actually Microsoft does a great job.
So I mean that's probably running through Bing though, right? I would assume they're probably running it through the
Probably.
browser. Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm just bugging you, obviously. But,
And
um,
Chat GPT,
yeah.
for all its flaws, it doesn't make any mistakes in French. And when it writes essays or whatever text you have to put in French, it doesn't
Mhm.
make any mistakes. So
So
Okay.
as a teacher, I'm ashamed that I had this experience, but when I was grading final papers in May, anytime there were no spelling errors, I was immediately suspicious. That was ChatGPT. students always make errors, and if it was error free, I would like, is this human or is this AI? Because humans make mistakes.
Is there a way to even tell? Like, I mean,
There's supposed to be some like AI evaluators, but they're not extremely accurate. So
Okay.
you're kind of, and that's why some teachers are bringing back in classroom tests, essay exams, because you can't, AI your way out of that. So
yeah.
it's a challenge. I mean, I would say we teachers are definitely talking about how do we handle this. We want students to learn how to write sentences and not just let the computer do it.
Yeah.
But on the other end, that it's a tool that is coming.
Yes.
And people in real life, people will have access to that tool. It's like learning math without a calculator when you perfectly know that everyone's going to use a calculator later on. So,
I mean, I don't want to Jeff needs to go to bed, but I'll just say, I think the future is that we use AI to write very rote things like introductions or conclusions or emails to our convention attendees that are going to follow a template. And I think where the human side comes in was with the analysis and the synthesis, and the brain has to be engaged. And that's where the AI doesn't do as well, is when you have to take three concepts and sort of compare, contrast them. The grammar is perfect. The spelling is perfect, but the analysis isn't as good, at least yet. We'll see.
Yeah, it's crazy what the world's getting to. But, I mean, I've been debating building a website for years for comparing car information, because I like cars. Like, whenever I'm going to buy a new car, it's like, okay, I want to compare these 20 different vehicles that might not all be SUVs, they might be trucks and other things. And there isn't a great site to do that. And I was like, I could write something to do that. And now it's like, I could probably actually just extract the data from GPT, like use that, because that's been my biggest thing, is how do you get the data into, like, from a PDF format into something electronic, even though PDF is electronic, into a database type thing. But also there's all, like, every company has a different name for the same damn thing, right?
Yeah.
So I've been like, other than the fact that I already do enough work and I don't want to have to do more work in order to build something, it's like, every 3 or 4 years when my car is getting older and I want to maybe replace it, I go through that whole process, and it's like, this time I'm going to probably try and use some of these tools to see what I can pull out. But I mean, even comparing cell phones, right? Like things like that. I mean, those tools exist, but not in the automotive world from what I've seen. So
yeah.
but
I mean, I've used ChatGPT for a whole bunch of things for Brickomanie, because I had it wrote some parts of the website, just the description of what is a Lego convention. I had it write parts of the code, because I wanted to have buttons that had JavaScripts, and so it wrote perfect code. So yes, I am.
I didn't write that. That was something else. That was ChatGPT.
There's a history professor who teaches at a elite school, and he wrote about this on Facebook, and he said that he put in some of his previous writing assignments as prompts into ChatGPT, and he said the very first version of answers was pretty obviously not great, but he said he got better at writing the prompts, and the quality became very good very quick. And he's like, this is the challenge. But he says, as a historian, writing with perfect grammar is one thing, but using your brain to analyze conflicting historical evidence, that's something ChatGPT can't do, and that's what he's trying to teach his students. And so it's causing teachers to go, what are we teaching, and how would we know if we're teaching our students to do that when they have this tool? And so it is really forcing a reevaluation of teaching. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
But I agree. I mean, people will use it. Students will use it. It's figuring out how to.
I mean, I see it as and Dave's going to relate to that. I see it as our next step into Star Trek. I mean, we're
Yeah.
basically going to sit in front of the computer, say, "Okay, I want to do a search. These are the parameters I want to search for." And
Yep.
the AI is going to search for your parameters. Then you're going to go, okay, now that's the problem. I know the parameters. Okay, can you write me software that does this, and the computer's going to write it, and you're going to go, okay, then put it to use and solve my problem with this software and the search parameters that I gave you. So
Well,
you're basically gonna,
the secret in Star Trek is always just to reverse the polarity, right?
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, I see it as like this tool that people are going to use, and they're not going to write code anymore. You're not going to write software to do search parameters. The computers is all going to do that for you.
Yeah.
That means
Yeah,
that
I can see
we
that.
have to evolve, and jobs will have to evolve to, have, like you said, Matt, have the right prompts. You have to have the right person saying, these are the parameters I want to put into the machine, and this is what I want to get from the machine. So
Mhm.
Thankfully, I'm retiring soon, so I don't have to worry about it.
We should just
Oh.
let Jeff go to bed.
well,
and
Chat GPT is not
I'm
gonna
with you on that one
it's
too.
not,
Jeff looks
Chat
nice.
GPT is not gonna redo computer racks like you did, Dave.
Yeah, well,
They're not
Yeah.
gonna be as beautiful.
For the record, I'm actually pricing at a Bricklink quarter right now as we're talking. So because it came in just as during the chat, so I figured.
I'm gonna
Good
say
idea.
those 2 weeks doing IT stuff was great, absolutely great. I had so much fun. I never
Again,
got
I always
a grinder to a rack before. It was great.
picture when I think of Dave running cable. I always picture of Die Hard and someone crawling through the.
Come on to the coast. We'll have a few drinks, share a few laughs. Now I know how a TV dinner feels.
Yeah. And I know obviously they don't run it through the ductwork, but it's just for some reason that's what I think of.
Come on to the coast.
He actually shows up in his white tank top with no shoes on, just to make it easier for.
All right, just give me the cable.
Glass? You're worried about glass?
But no, in all seriousness, I mean, it's kind of interesting that you have a job where you do get to travel to actually physically work, right? Like,
Yep.
I mean,
And
as a
since I live
programmer-
on a commercial card, I get to do that.
Go to Montreal to go to Edmonton, starting
Yeah,
from
that too.
Toronto.
But right now, I'm the only IT person in the entire company that has my At Heights card. And Ontario says, or basically, all Canada says you cannot go above 10 feet without your card certification. So, hey, Dave, there's a rack that they installed 15 feet on the warehouse wall. I don't know why they put it there. I wouldn't have put it there, but there it is. Okay, here's me driving one of those little scissor lifts. I was just in my own element. Nobody can bug me. I'm right up in the rafters. Nobody's bugging me. Nobody's talking to me. No cell service. It was perfect. Yeah, work it. Don't bug me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. So, but
Love my
anyways,
job.
I guess we'll call it a night because
Jeffy's tired.
Jeff's tired.
Go to
Is that
bed,
what-
Jeff.
He's just build a Lego set, but Jeffy's
Is it
tired.
that obvious? Yeah, look at these bags.
You
Anyway,
got your
This
hair.
is a great show, and I love Jeffy's haircut. That's a beautiful
Yeah.
haircut.
You got a new dude there.
yeah,
That's awesome.
I got it cut off on Friday. It was 2 months worth of hair. It was a lot.
Woo.
A handsome young man over there.
At least yours grows in.
I don't know if you saw the pictures on the Discord, but I found some old RTL 2001 pictures of our train shows, Jeffy,
Oh no, I didn't look at those.
and you with the hair, and,
Oh,
and me with the beard, and
There you
Callum with the hair.
Did Jeff ever have a ponytail? Because I'm just like thinking like.
Nah, he never did that.
No.
As far as I know, he never did that.
In grade 8, I had longer hair at the back, but it was like down to my neckline type thing.
Okay.
I had a perm, by the way, in grade 12, just in case everyone wants to know. Yes, I did the 80s perm. If you ever want to see what my
He was-
perm looked like,
Jeff was like Billy Ray Cyrus.
if you ever want to know what my perm looked like, watch Star Trek 2 and check out Admiral Kirk's son, David.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Garrett Patrick. I had that perm back in grade 12.
And
I'm
that's
sorry.
why.
Sorry.
Don't break my heart. My
Merritt,
breaky,
he died,
breaky
eh?
heart.
That was
I
sad.
just don't
He
think
didn't make it much past
understand.
Next Generation.
I think you take my
Jeff is a
heart.
Canadian Tire. What? Huh?
What?
I don't get it. I don't
You're
get it. Dave.
tired. You're a Canadian.
That's
Tired.
tired.
I know.
Okay.
Oh,
I used to work at
tired.
Canadian
Oh,
Tire.
I
That's
get it
when I
now.
was
He's a Canadian tired. Oh, that's funny. Ha.
but I used to work at Canadian Tire when I was in high school, so and college. So I mean, I
So
was
you
like,
made
wait,
that joke when you were in high school, probably.
there you go. Yeah. So,
So
High school was
before
just
you-
last week, so it's like
So Jeff, before you hang up, I ordered this part. It's a Duplo part because I thought it would be kind of cool if I could work it into a spaceship,
yeah.
which is the Duplo shower.
Oh,
yeah.
shower. Okay.
That's
But
a cool one.
this is a Jeff Van Winnen question. It doesn't fit on normal stud,
It does fit on certain things.
does it?
The 4x4 turntable base.
Okay,
See if it fits in the center of that.
okay. I'll try.
I know that was one of the points that we used to have for like the saucers and stuff. Do you actually have one of those handy? Yeah, no.
No, I'll test it out later.
Yeah, I think the turntable base was that diameter. That was the only one I can think of off the top of my head. But yeah. Anyways, I guess we'll call it a night. I don't actually want to hang up either. I kind of want to continue talking because this rant is fun, or this conversation is fun. I mean, Axel's just saying kick me off and keep on going, guys. So
I can keep going, but Jeff,
I started yelling. So
yeah, there you go. See, now Matt's getting tired, but yeah. So I will call it a night and end the show. Best show ever. Thank you, Battery Powered Bricks. See everybody. I hit the button. So have a good one. We'll see you next
Thanks,
week.
everybody.
And 3 weeks to Brickomanie for the three of us that are going. So get your stuff done. All right. See you guys.